right, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to True Crime Loser. Hope you're doing well. So, I'm going to talk about the second press conference that the Austin Police Department, teamed up with the FBI now, held yesterday. The first press conference was real short. He got up and said, "We got all hands on deck. The FBI's helping us." He answered just a few questions only by saying, "I'm sorry, that's part of an ongoing investigation." "Yes, over here." "I'm sorry, I can't answer that. It's part of an ongoing." "Yes, over here." And then a woman off camera yelled, "Last question!" And it was over. And then in between these two press conferences, they found Heidi's body in the trunk of her friend's car in Houston, and the baby alive inside the house, which is just crazy and sad. And I was interested in how did they figure out how to go to go to the house. What bit of information led them to the house in Houston? And I was also really excited for the second press conference to hear the Last Question lady's work again. I'm a big fan. I picture her home, working on her line, doing vocal exercises. And then the guy comes out in the second press conference and goes, "I'm sorry, everybody, we're not taking questions." And I was like, oh, man. They probably called her and was like, "Carol, we love you. We're not going to take questions on this last one. Happy holidays." She's like, "Thank you." They're like, "Yes. Happy New Year." Jesus. But this was a good press conference. They said they executed numerous warrants. I can't imagine. I'm sure every cell phone ping and call and text and cars and the whole 9 yards were combed through. Said they were talking to everybody, coworkers, neighbors, going all over the place, and then that they did video canvases, video surveillance, and video collection. I wonder if they have something on video. And out of all of that, a lead was generated. That's the phrase he used. And so I don't know if that means they were looking at all the data, being like, wait a second, a phone pinged here, and then oh my. Or if it was a tip. They said they got a lot of tips, and they're still looking for tips. So maybe someone called in, or someone said, "This lady has a baby now. 2 days ago, she didn't have a baby." So she has a baby now. It's on the news, so maybe it was something like that, but a lead was generated to the house in Houston, and they went there and investigated it and came in contact with the individual outside, detained her. Warrants were issued for the house and the car, and that's when they found them. And I'm wondering if they suspected that she was in the car, or if they were just doing the routine search and a detective or a cop was like, "Yeah, here, I'll go do the trunk 1 second," and had the guys moment. But I mean, credit to them for bringing back the kids safe. And so according to them, one person is detained, and the charges are kidnapping and tampering with a corpse. So either they're just waiting for more stuff, getting their ducks in a row before they charge her with murder, or she had a partner, or she worked with somebody. I think a lot of information is going to be coming out on this one. But I am just going to sit back. I learned my lesson on this one, and I'm just going to sit back and see what happens. What's wild is this is pretty much the exact inverted of Chris Watts. Everybody, including myself, I think, whether you consciously did it or not, thought this was Chris Watts too. Like, hey, I paid attention to Chris Watts. I think I know what's happening here. And then it's the complete opposite. With Chris Watts, it was him. And then the best friend comes in and saves the day, foils his plan. There were people leaving comments on my videos being like, "Heidi needs a best friend. Heidi needs a best friend." How nuts is that? Man. But like I said, I think a lot more stuff is going to come out. I think the people that really gave him the benefit of the doubt the whole time deserved the victory lap. I think it was a good lesson for the rest of us, and we'll keep following it. I'm flying out to Grand Junction tomorrow to spend time with the family, so it's going to slow down a little bit, but I'll probably post, especially if something crazy happens. But I hope you're having a good weekend. I'll see you next time. Why? Starving why? Last question.